We'll see. Now it's 2 o'clock. And the attendee list is rising. So, but I think that we should just start. Okay, so yes, hi and welcome everyone to this webinar of Bluebeam Revu. And we will cover top features and news of Bluebeam Revu. And we will walk you through this step and change that's coming or has come for a few of you. My name is Michaela Prahl Nilsson, and with me I have my colleague Marciel Jimenez. And if you have any questions, please reach out and write them on the side here under questions, and we will do our best to answer them. Yes, and on the agenda today, we will cover the new Bluebeam license model, and we will cover what's included in the new subscription. Also top features in Revu 21 and what you can do in Revu 21 compared to old versions and mostly V20. We will make sure you get the information about some administrator tips that we think is useful for you to make your work truly efficient and good. And we will also have a little sneak peek about our Bluebeam tool chest that we within Symmetry has created for some of our customers. Yes, so, and I will start by walking you through the new Bluebeam license model. And it includes Revu version 21 and a subscription package. So what you have had before, or still some of you still have, is perpetual licenses with yearly maintenance. Now instead, you will have the subscription package with yearly renewal for that subscription instead. And just as I said, now they have moved from perpetual licenses with serial number and serial number and product key to named user license, where you will have your Bluebeam ID. And your Bluebeam ID will be your username, your email address, and a password that you create. So they have also decided to have Bluebeam has decided to have different licenses now, and they have basic, core, and complete. You have had, or some of you still have, standard, CAD, and extreme, but now you can choose between core, basic, or complete. But you cannot think that it's enough to just compare these two. So basic is not like standard, core is not like CAD, etc., because they have also changed some of the functionalities within these different versions. We will cover them so you will see the differences in detail, but you need to know what you think is best, what kind of functions you need to make sure to have the right version. But also a very important thing is now that all of the existing customers with existing maintenance deals, you are offered a benefit or conversion deal and will by default receive complete upon your conversion or upgrade. So it's independently which license you had now or have now, you will have complete. But this conversion deal is that you gain complete, but you remain the same renewal prices you have had on your licenses today. So if you have standard, CAD, or extreme, you will remain the same renewal prices you have had yearly before, but with an increase of 10% every year. So it is actually a really good deal. for you as an existing customer today. And with your Bluebeam ID, just as I mentioned, you will be able to log into different devices. Before, your license has been attached to one computer, one device. Now, with your Bluebeam ID, you can use this where you are on that device, and you can also use it to log in to Bluebeam Cloud, which Magtiel will also talk a little bit about on this webinar. So yes, over to you, Magtiel.
Thank you, Michaela. Well, I am going to talk more about the different parts of the new Revu 21 and what is included in the new subscription model. Well, we have, of course, the desktop application with the studio included, but we have now the cloud, Bluebeam Cloud, and this is a mobile application that we can access from everywhere. And we have the Bluebeam University. So all the three are now included in the Revu 21. The Bluebeam Cloud, what is that? Well, as I say, this is a mobile solution accessible through app and browser. You don't need to install. Well, you need to install the mobile app, but this is very easy. So no any installation is required, and you can access it from everywhere. That means that you can mark up your drawings on the go. But you have even some fields tools. So you have the possibility to create and manage your RFI, your submittals, and your punch on that cloud browser. You have the possibility to import. You can create a project on the Bluebeam Cloud, but you have even the possibility to import your studio project to the cloud. You can make some changes and you can export it back to your studio project. You can even use the same tool chest as you use on your desktop application, so you can export your tool chest to the cloud. I'm going to show you the cloud on a few minutes. And you can even invite users without subscription. So this is a good way that you can invite others and everyone can contribute to your project on there from everywhere. Going to show you how it looks like. Here we have the cloud. And if I go to my first page, and here it's important too that you think about your Bluebeam ID. So for example, I have my Bluebeam ID on the Swedish server, then I need to select the app.bluebeam.se, not the .com. So in the Bluebeam Cloud, I have the possibility to have my workspace. Here I can upload my files, and if I open it, take some time. And now I am going to be able, for example, to do some markups here. I can edit this PDF, and I can here even access my tool chest that I have, and I have already imported. This is my workspace, but as I said, I can even create projects here. So I can create a new project, and it can be a project on the cloud, but it can even be a project that I import from Studio. So here I have one that I have been importing from Studio, and here is a project that I have created here. And when I open my project, I can, for example, change the location. I can administrate here, and I have here well, I see my drawings, but I can even go to the menu here. I have my drawings here. I can add some documents, but I can even create a punch, my RFI, for example. And here I have, for example, requested some information about the doors that I need. And the same for submittals. So this is the Bluebeam Cloud. And then if we go to the Bluebeam University, well, this is a training portal, and you can access courses here. So I can go to my courses, but as you can see, there is a lot of training here that you all have access to on this Revu 21. Back to my presentation. Well, not this one. this one. So what about the versions? The versions on Revu 21. Well, there is now, as Michaela said, a basic, core, and complete. And well, 3 different levels as basic. Well, you can assume that this is going to be simple tools for creating, marking up, and organizing your projects. So this is for small offices. It's not maybe for an ASEO professional. What is included on that? Well, we have the review part of it with some basic PDF creation. You have some editing, some markups, not everything, but you can here see, for example, if you see, check the number 2 here, there, you see that we have some digital signatures. We have the UCR, and this was, for example, before included on Extreme. So some functionality have been moved from Extreme to basic and core, and some functionality have been removed from standard and is not anymore on the basic. You see that they have access to the Bluebeam Cloud, but not everything. Only some markups, easy markups, but not the field tools. And all of 3 versions have access to the Bluebeam University. If we check the core, then you see that we have some essential tools for measuring, collaborating, and this is for small to mid-sized projects. We have, of course, all the functionality included on basic, but we have even, for example, some specialty markups for 2D and 3D PDF. We have some measurement tools, not everything, some standard tools. Some batch functions, for example, to compare drawings. We have some, for example, possibility to create custom status and things like that. But if you check now the Bluebeam Cloud, you see that now you have easy markups and collaboration, but you have even the field tools. So you have the possibility to create and manage punch, RFI, and submittals. And as I said, Bluebeam University is included for all the versions. The complete, well, you have access to comprehensive tools, and this is for more complex projects. So you have everything included on core, but you have some advanced markups. You have, for example, dynamic fields is not included on core anymore, is only included on complete. The same for quantity links, for batch functionality, and scripted functionality. And then the Bluebeam Cloud at Bluebeam University is the same for core and complete. What happened with the different functions? And here on these tables, I am going to show you only the ones that have been changed. I'm not going to talk about everything, but I have here, well, as you can see, some functionality was before on the standard, but it's not on the basic anymore. So an example where you cannot create custom status on basic. You were able to do that on standard before. You are not going to be able to calibrate, to save your markups on the tool chest, but for example, you're not going to be able to work with bookmarks, labels, or sets. On the other hand, the OCR have been moved to basic, and it was before only on extreme. So this is very good, and it's the same for example, the possibility to create forms. So before only on extreme, now you are going to be able to create forms on all versions, even basic and core. So it looks the same, Revu 20 as Revu 21, some few differences, but the difference is that some functionality have been moved between the versions. What happened when I decide to upgrade? Some administrator tips. The first things that you need to do, and Michaela already talked about this, is the Bluebeam ID. You need to have a Bluebeam ID, and you need to make sure that it's on the right server and on the right country. So if you are on the Nordics, you need to select Sweden, and you need to select, and you will see it on the landing page for the upgrade. You will see here that you have the country and you have the server. Sweden for all the Nordics, and you need to select United Kingdom and UK for UK and Ireland. Then after that, when you come to this page, you need to select already have an account, because as Michaela said, it's not going to cost you anything to upgrade to complete. That's the version that you are going to get. And this one will result, if you select this one, you will get a zero currency, also £0, euro, or crowns, Swedish crowns. If you get that you need to pay anything, then you are on the wrong place. So make sure that you select that you already have an account. And you will have the possibility just to hit on upgrade, and it's very easy to do the process. What happened when I already upgrade? I have signed in to the license and make sure that I have an account and things like that. Well, I need to download the Revu 21, and when I do that, I need to make sure that I sign in to Revu, because this is the difference between view mode and markup mode. Before you could be able to change on Revu 20, you are not able to do that anymore in 21. The difference is that you need to sign in. Okay, if you don't do that, you will be in read-only mode, and that means that, for example, that your tool chest is not going to work, and you will not be able to access functions on Revu. You are on read-only, so you are only going to have access to a few functions. Okay, I sign in, but it's still not working. What's the problem now? Well, in that case, if you check here on your account, you will see that this is unpaid. And it's not that is unpaid. The problem is that you need to assign a license. So it's not enough to create the users. On the license system, you need to assign a license. And even if you are only one at the office, I am the administrator, I have created my account, I need to assign a license to myself. Okay? And the other way, when you create users here, if you need to create a lot of users, then you have the possibility to use the bulk functions here. And what you do, that you will see this link, you need to download a template, you add the users to that template, and then you need to upload the template or the file again. It can take some time. It can take up to 10. Well, you can read it here. You can upload up to 500 users, and it can take between 20 and 15 minutes. So please don't be worried that it takes some time. It's creating a lot of users. What's the difference between Revu 20 versus 21? This is the only difference. So as I said, the desktop application looks the same. Before, on Revu 20, you were able to change between view mode and markup mode. You are not able to do that anymore. You need to log in to be on markup mode. And on Revu 20, you was able to unregister here. You are not able to do that anymore. On Revu 21, you need to go to the license portal. So all the licenses and things like that, you do that on the license portal, not here anymore. So this is the Revu menu in Revu 21. No view mode or markup mode, no license registration or unregistration here. On the help menu, you have a link to the Bluebeam University, can be accessed directly from here. And on the 20, you see that here you were able to handle your licenses and registration. You are not able to do that anymore. Again, you need to go to the license portal and the login here, and is on the upper right corner. And here we have some about the updated tool chest. We have been creating some tool chests for our customers, but even for our Navigate Beamfire tools. So we have created a tool chest for the Nordics. And well, it's not a tool chest, it's 5 tool chests for each country. We have done Finland, Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. The UK and Ireland is still working on that, but we will have that in place soon. We have even done some custom-made tool chest, so we have been helping our customer with that. If you feel that you need help with creating some tool chest, just please contact us. It will be great to collaborate with you and help you with that. So in that case, you will need to contact us, Mikael or me, or yeah, I suppose it's us. Yes.
Yeah, it's us.
Yeah. Well, that's everything I have.
Yes, thank you so much. And we have a few questions. To the first question from Anna, can anyone else get access to files in my Bluebeam Cloud?
Oh no, you need to this is exactly as you do in Studio. You give access to users, you invite users, and it was on the first page you saw that you can administrate, that you can even give a different access level to your files. So everything on my can get back to the cloud here. Everything you have, let me go back on the was on the first page. Here you have the possibility to administrate, you can invite users, and you can decide which access level they will have. Yeah.
Yes, and will there come a solution for open licenses except from single licenses? No. Open licenses will become single named user licenses. So if you have open licenses today, you will get from one open license, you get 5 named user licenses in the conversion. So it will not be the same as open license today. Is an upgrade to subscription the only way to get version 21, except for new licenses? Yes, it is. So you cannot. Sorry. If you upgrade, you get version 21 and you get the subscription package. And if you buy new licenses, it is a subscription package that's offered. And can you work offline?
Always, well, you can. It depends on which system. Yes, you can do that on the cloud from the mobile application. And you can even work offline from your desktop application, but you need to log in after 15 days, you need to log in again. So you can log in, make sure that you log in exactly before you go to the field or something like that. You can work during 15 days. After that, you need to connect to the internet and log in again.
Yes.
So both from the cloud and from the desktop application, yes.
Can you be a part of a session with your Bluebeam ID without a license?
You can do that, but it's not as before. It's limited functionality now. So for example, if you have the basic, you have access to Studio, but it's limited. You cannot create studio sessions and you cannot create projects. And even the markups and things like that are limited.
Yeah.
Contact us if you want to know more details, because in that case we can send you more information about that, but not as before that you get all functionality. No. I'm sorry, one thing more on the cloud. On the cloud, yes. On the cloud, you can invite your users, but you as you saw, they can only do some markups. But on the cloud, yes, they don't need to have a license.
No, but in a studio session with your Bluebeam ID without license, it will not work exactly as it has done before.
Yeah.
No. can the user be provisioned and get licenses logging using Assure ID? So is that an SSO question? Bluebeam, if I'm getting this question right, I think it's an SSO question, single sign-on. And Bluebeam has single sign-on as an offer today, but only for customers with 100+ licenses. And if that's an interest to you, please reach out to us so we can talk to Bluebeam about this, so we can explain a little bit more to you about what this means. But no, they don't have that for all customers as for now. No, only for 100+ licenses companies. If I start a project in cloud, can I open it in Studio on the desktop app?
No, you need to create. You can export from Studio to the cloud, and then from the cloud back to Studio. So you need to create it that if you want to have it on Studio, then create it first on Studio and then back to the cloud, and you can export. So you can just export all the time, but started creating that from Studio.
Yeah, and this is the next question is what I was talking about in the beginning. Standard becomes what version, core or complete? Standard is more similar to core than it is to basic, for instance. Complete is more like extreme, or is still. So standard, I believe that standard is more similar to core now. Yeah, you have that slide.
Yeah.
You can show.
Yeah. So standard is more like core, as Michaela said. If you see here, you see that you have a lot of functionality here, but it's not anymore on the basic. So more on a standard. So basic is more like for an office work. It's not for an AEC work. In that case, you will need core and complete. So standard is more like core, I will say.
In cloud, can you see what projects you have on the map?
No, what you see on the cloud, I will show you, is that you can add the location of this project. So this project, the Bluebeam Cloud project, is located on this address. So this is the location for just this project. Yeah.
Next question. When I'm in my license admin portal, can I only deactivate users? Is there a way to delete a user completely? Yes, you can deactivate users, or you can move them to move them by email address to. You can take them away from licenses if you want to. You can move the license to another user, etc. And yes, you can also delete a user in the portal, but everything happens in the portal, so nothing happens within review as you have done before. Now everything is inside the portal, so you can do everything there under user management in the portal. Let's see. Is the function to compare drawings versions available in all versions?
No.
No.
Not on basic.
Yeah.
And it was on this table here. Let me see. Here, overlay pages to compare 2 or more PDF is not longer on the basic. So it was before on all versions, but not anymore. You need to have core and complete.
Yeah. Let's see. So wait a minute. I'll just see if I have answered all the questions before I move on.
I have a question here, Michaela.
Yeah.
So check please and let me know.
Yeah, okay. I have existing Bluebeam users with accounts from previous versions that have problems getting their new license to work in version 21. Do they need to do something to get it working? I have assigned version 21 licenses to them. It could be, I don't know if you have a better answer to this, Magdiel, why they can't log in.
The usually problems are that the license has not been assigned. So please contact us. The other problem that can be that if they have the wrong server on the Bluebeam ID, because that's something that they need to create. So make sure that they have created the Bluebeam ID on the right country and on the right server. This is often the problem. Created the Bluebeam ID on the wrong server, or that they need to assign a license. And if you already assign a license, then it should be the problem that they have it on the wrong server. And it's the same. Now I have my Bluebeam account on the Swedish. If I want to go to the cloud, I need to select the Swedish cloud server or the cloud application or browser. So make sure that they have the right country on the Bluebeam ID.
Yes, just to clarify, I get some questions about this. Just to clarify, with the open licenses will be named user licenses, so they will not be any network licenses anymore. All of them will be single named user licenses and all will be in the same portal. So you have basic, core, or complete to choose from in this new model. Yes. Let's see. What can you do with the free Bluebeam Cloud version? The free Bluebeam Cloud version.
Well, that you can invite users to the Bluebeam Cloud without a license or a subscription, and they will be able to do some markups, write some comments on your markups, but they are not going to be able to create punch, RFI, or submittals. So it's like on the basic. So you are able to invite users without subscription, yes, but they can markups, and it's the same functionality as you saw on the cloud when I showed the markup possibility.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Is the possibility to renew drawings within a session in view mode possible in Bluebeam 21? Thinking mainly about the Swedish Beast renew setup. Yes, you can still renew drawings within a session in view mode. Instead of view mode, they are now calling it read-only mode. And all of the users that you add to your own portal, all of them will have a read-only license if you don't assign them a license. So they will all be in read-only mode to begin with. And yes, they can review drawings within a session in 21 as well. Yes, they can. And also the Beast. It is the same. So it shouldn't be any issues with viewing drawings on the Beast either. Can sessions be shared with both 20 and 21 licenses?
Yes. Yes. they can access both.
Yeah.
So no problem there. Yeah.
And you can still, when you convert or upgrade to V21 from your V20 version, you can, for a time, have parallel installations. So you do this, you create V21, you install it to the computers, you add all users, and you do everything backstage, and then you set up a time when it's time to finish V20 to go over to V21, so you can have parallel installations. That also means that you can be in sessions for both 20 and 21. Will Bluebeam 20 be discontinued in near future? It will be discontinued, yes, but you will have some time to convert to the new subscription model. And just as I said, you can have parallel installations. So you will have V20 for a time. We don't have exact time that will discontinue, but we will make sure that you know in time when that is. But the most important thing is that you come up with a plan in your organization to make sure that all the users know when you are thinking about or planning to remove V20 and just go with V21. So you have a plan in your organization. That's the most important thing. Can you work offline in sessions like before in Revu 20?
Yes.
Yes, you
on
can.
sessions, yeah, and we were talking about that, as you are even able to work offline even on the Revu desktop application. So yes.
Is there a problem with old already made studio projects to see them in the cloud on the same server, Sweden?
Can you repeat the question, Michaela, please?
Is there a problem with already made studio projects? Is there a problem to see them in the cloud on the same server?
Well, no, if you open that with 21, you will be able to you have to be on the same server, of course, and then of course you are able to import the project. Yes, of course.
Yeah, but you need to make sure that, just as Michael said, you need to make sure that you are in the same server, otherwise it will not work.
Yeah.
How will I be able to work within a network that does not have access to the internet?
Well, you need to log in on the application. So before, I know that Revu was you were able to create a studio project or session within a network. Is not possible anymore, not even in 20. What you can do is you need to access the internet, you need to log in, then you can go offline for 15 days, and then you need to log in again. So it's not possible to have a studio project or session on a network. You have to be on the cloud. But offline, you have to log in, wait, work 15 days, and then you have to log in again. So and we have been talking with Bluebeam about that we have some customers that need to have a project within a network, but it's not possible at the moment.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Can you work with profiles like before? For example, Beast profiles for tool chest and stamps.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
It remains the same. Yeah.
Yes, it does. We actually got a question about is the upgrade ready to install already? And yes, absolutely, it's time to do this now. We have a deadline this summer that you need to convert before that, so it's absolutely time to do this now. Yes. What's the price of license to upgrade to 20 if you have a standard license? To upgrade and convert doesn't cost you anything. If you have an existing deal today, it doesn't cost you anything. And just as I mentioned, you will get the complete license and you will remain the renewable price of maintenance as you have had before, despite if you've had standard, CAD or extreme, you will remain the same renewal price, but with an increase of 10% every year. Let's see. Please show how to delete users in portal, as I cannot do that. I will absolutely get back to you, Frederick, and show you how you can do this. It's better if I show you inside of your portal so you see exactly what you need to do and the steps you need to take. So I will get back to you on that one. And for the rest of you, if you have any questions about this, please let us know so we can help you inside the portal. Let's see. Can you collaborate in sessions for users between 20 and 21? So you mean if some of you have 20 and some of you have 21, if you can still collaborate in the same session? Is that possible, Michael?
I think we already answered to that. And
yeah, I
the
think
answer is yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
We?
Yeah.
So, and how to access the Bluebeam License Administrator portal to add the users? When you convert or when you get that upgrade link from us, from your account manager, you will get access, you will be invited to the new portal. So if you are the contact person for your licenses, you will be invited to access the new portal. And inside there, you can add the users as well. Let's see. Would it be possible to have the same login for all the different servers?
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Michaela. Should I? Well, it's not the same account, but I do that. I use the same password, and in that case, I will always log in, but it's not the same account. You need a new account for each server, but yes, use the same password and you will always, it would work on all servers. I usually do that.
Yeah, I do the same. So yeah, it seems to be working that way.
Yeah, but it is not the same account.
And for all of you who have, I see now that the questions is mostly the same, and we will absolutely try to answer each one of these questions. But the most important thing here is that you will be able to access Bluebeam Cloud even if you are offline, and you will have your Bluebeam ID, which is very important for you, so you can log into different devices, and you can also be anywhere. That's the motto for V21 and the new model that Bluebeam has created. So yes, we will look at all of these questions because they are very, very similar, and we see that there are confusions within the portal. There are confusions with how to log in, how to access users, how to delete users, and to do that analysis that you need to do to be able to know exactly which person within your organization that needs a license, and also how you connect a license to the user. And I know that we will do some send-outs also to make sure that you get the information on how to do this. You will get links, the guides to how to do this as well, but we will love to help you with everything. So I will get back to each one of you and explain this very thoroughly so you can see exactly the steps that you need to take. So yes, this is actually one good question. Is Bluebeam going to work on Android also? Is it only for Apple? That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, not exactly.
No, it will not.
They have to work on the Android application, but no. At the moment, it has to be an Apple. Otherwise, it could be good to use the cloud.
Yeah.
So another reason for upgrade to Revu 21, use the Bluebeam Cloud.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So this was all we had, and we thank you very much for listening into us and what we had to say about this new. And we're looking forward to talk to you even more about this and explain this even more and help you and your organization to get this going as soon as possible. So both me and Magtiel, we say a big thank you and looking forward to talking to you soon. So have a great day.